Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a thrilling General Hospital storyline. Jack Brennan's web of deception is starting to unravel, and the fallout will be explosive. From Carly's inevitable fury to Jocelyn's life-altering decision, there's so much at stake. Let's break down how Brennan's triple betrayal could destroy everything he's built. Jocelyn Jack's impossible choice, confess or cover it up. Jocelyn Jacks stands at a crossroads, staring down a decision that could change her life forever. Does she walk into the PCPD and tell the truth about what happened at the cabin? Or does she allow Jack Brennan to continue orchestrating the cover-up at Jason Morgan's expense? The weight of her actions is crushing her. She pulled the trigger. She killed Cyrus Renaud. There's no undoing it, no erasing the bullet that ended his life. But in a town like Port Charles, secrets have a way of staying buried, as long as the right people are pulling the strings. And Brennan is more than willing to pull those strings. Jack Brennan, a man who has been quietly manipulating Jocelyn for months, now holds her fate in his hands. He claims he's protecting her, but is that really true? He's the one who put her in danger in the first place. He fed her clues, tested her resilience, and ultimately pushed her into a situation where she had no choice but to shoot. But Brennan is no fool. He knows that if Jocelyn goes to the police, his entire operation will fall apart. So, he offers her an alternative, a deal. Work with him. Become part of something bigger. Let him handle the fallout, and in return, she walks away with her record clean and her future intact. But can she really trust him? And more importantly, can she live with herself if she lets Jason Morgan take the fall? Carly Spencer's worst nightmare, betrayed on every level. While Jocelyn wrestles with her conscience, Carly Spencer is about to have the shock of her life. For months, Carly has been falling for Jack Brennan. Against her better judgment, she allowed herself to believe in the possibility of something real, something genuine. But Brennan's affection for Carly has always been built on a foundation of lies. And soon, she's going to find out everything. Not only was Brennan using Carly from the very beginning, but his interest in her was never about romance. It was about control. About getting close enough to manipulate Jocelyn. About keeping Carly distracted while he played a dangerous game behind the scenes. And that's only the first betrayal. The second? He put Jocelyn in danger. Carly will never forgive herself for not seeing it sooner. While she was busy believing in a man who claimed to care about her, he was pulling her daughter into a deadly scheme. He didn't just put Jocelyn through tests, he turned her into a killer. And the third and final betrayal? Brennan is framing Jason Morgan for a crime he didn't commit. Jason, the one person Carly has always been able to trust, is now on the verge of being locked away because of Brennan's deception. Once Carly puts the pieces together, there will be no stopping her. Jack Brennan isn't just going to lose her, he's going to regret ever crossing her in the first place. Jack Brennan's long-term plan, was any of it real? When Brennan first arrived in Port Charles, no one knew exactly what he wanted. But now, the truth is coming to light. According to General Hospital's head writers, Elizabeth Cortet and Chris Van Etten, Brennan's presence in Carly's life was never accidental. Brennan's proximity to Carly is no accident, they explained in a recent interview. His feelings for Carly are accidental, though, and those feelings will come into direct conflict with his intentions for Jocelyn. In other words, Brennan never meant to fall for Carly. But somewhere along the way, his calculated mission took an unexpected turn, he actually developed real feelings for her. And now? That's going to be his downfall. Because whatever emotions he has for Carly, whatever guilt he might feel for betraying her, it won't be enough to stop the inevitable. Once the truth is out, Carly will never look at him the same way again. And Jocelyn? She might never forgive him for what he's done to her. Jocelyn's path forward, a future she never expected. Regardless of what happens next, Jocelyn Jacks will never be the same. Whether she chooses to confess or lets Brennan clean up her mess, she's been changed forever by what happened at the cabin. Once upon a time, she was just a girl caught up in her family's drama. Now, she's part of it. She's in too deep. But what will she do next? Will she accept Brennan's offer and officially step into the world of espionage? Will she break away, tell the truth, and face the consequences? Or will she find a third option, one that no one sees coming? One thing is clear, Port Charles will never be the same once the truth comes out. Final thoughts, the end of Brennan's lies? With so many secrets poised to explode, the next few weeks in General Hospital are going to be must-watch television. Jack Brennan's triple betrayal is about to come crashing down around him. Carly Spencer is going to unleash hell when she finds out what he's done. Jocelyn Jacks is going to make a choice that will define the rest of her life. And Jason Morgan? He's fighting against a system that wants to pin a murder on him. But will justice be served? Or will Brennan find a way to escape the consequences of his actions? No matter what happens next, one thing is certain, Port Charles is about to be rocked to its core. Let me know what you think in the comments. How will this all end? Will Joss confess? Will Carly destroy Brennan? Will Jason walk free? Next, we're diving into one of the most emotionally intense storylines unfolding in General Hospital. The shocking aftermath of Cyrus Renault's crimes and how they will send Martin Gray into a devastating downward spiral. As he grapples with guilt, rage, and self-destruction, will someone be able to pull him back from the brink? And could this crisis rekindle an old romance? Let's break it all down. Martin Gray's guilt and redemption, can he heal from his brother's crimes? In the days and weeks to come, Martin Gray will be forced to come to terms with a truth that shatters his very foundation. His brother, Cyrus Renault, was not just a criminal, but a killer driven by his own twisted sense of mercy. For Martin, this isn't just a revelation, it's a life-altering catastrophe. Despite their complicated relationship, Martin always held on to a sliver of hope that Cyrus could change, that somewhere beneath the darkness, his brother had some form of redemption. But now, with the revelation of the Angel of Mercy killings, Martin's world collapses. He spirals into an abyss of guilt, haunted by the belief that his actions, keeping their mother, Florence, away from Cyrus, triggered his brother's rampage. Though logic tells him Cyrus alone is responsible for his own crimes, emotions rarely follow reason. Martin begins to believe that if he had handled things differently, the people Cyrus killed might still be alive. But guilt is a dangerous emotion, and it soon starts pulling Martin down a dark and self-destructive path, one that threatens not only his career but his entire life. A career in jeopardy, the fallout of Martin's despair. As Martin drowns in his emotions, he begins to unravel in ways that are impossible to ignore. His once meticulous nature, the sharp mind that made him one of the best legal experts in Port Charles, starts to crumble. He neglects his cases, missing court dates, misfiling paperwork, and letting important clients down. One of the most significant casualties of his unraveling? Willow Corinthos divorce case. What should have been a relatively straightforward process turns into a chaotic mess as Martin fails to advocate for his client, making missteps that could cost Willow dearly. Though she may try to be understanding at first, it won't take long before she starts looking for a more stable lawyer to handle her affairs. But that's not the only damage Martin causes. His grief turns into anger. He lashes out at anyone who crosses his path, unable to contain the storm of emotions raging inside him. His frustration particularly targets Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Baldwin, both of whom were investigating Cyrus before his death. He resents them for being part of the chain of events that led to Cyrus' crimes being exposed and, in Martin's mind, his own breakdown. Though his anger is misplaced, it's real, and it could cost him his relationships with those around him. But Martin doesn't stop at lashing out, he starts seeking solace in something far worse. Turning to the bottle, Martin's escape from reality. Port Charles has seen its fair share of characters succumb to the demons of addiction, and Martin Gray is dangerously close to adding his name to that list. Unable to silence the thoughts racing through his mind, he starts drowning his sorrows in alcohol. What starts as an occasional drink to take the edge off soon turns into something far more destructive. Late nights at the bar. Missed responsibilities. Blurry memories of conversations he barely recalls the next morning. People begin to take notice. Laura Collins, his sister, tries to intervene, desperate to help him see that Cyrus' sins are not his to bear. But Martin refuses to listen. He pushes her away, unwilling to believe that anyone could understand the weight of guilt crushing him. But there's one person who won't give up on him. Lucy Coe, an unexpected lifeline. If there's one person who knows how to pull someone out of despair, it's Lucy Coe. Despite their romantic history, Lucy and Martin have always shared a deep understanding of each other. She sees beyond his rage, beyond his self-hatred, beyond his grief. She knows that the man unraveling before her is not the real Martin Gray. So, she does what she does best, she refuses to let him drown. Lucy steps in, trying to make Martin see that he is not to blame for Cyrus' actions. She reminds him that he spent years trying to contain his brother's darkness, doing everything in his power to protect others from it. And while she certainly wants to help him heal, her intentions may not be entirely selfless. Lucy has never stopped loving Martin, and in the midst of his suffering, she sees an opportunity not to take advantage of him, but to bring him back to the man he used to be. And maybe, just maybe, to rekindle what they once had. But will Martin be receptive to her efforts? Or will he continue to push away the people who care about him the most? The road to redemption, will Martin find his way back? At some point, Martin will hit rock bottom. Perhaps it will be a moment of public embarrassment, an instance where his spiral leads to a major mistake that forces him to take a hard look at himself. Or maybe it will be a wake-up call from someone unexpected, someone whose words finally break through the walls he's built around his guilt. And when that moment comes, Martin will have to make a choice. Will he let his guilt consume him, allowing his life to continue falling apart? Or will he finally see the truth, that Cyrus' crimes were never his responsibility? One way or another, Martin will find his way back. Whether Lucy is the one who helps him heal or not, he will eventually pull himself out of this nightmare and reclaim the life he nearly lost. But if Lucy is the one to stand by his side through the storm, it's very possible that their paths will lead them back to each other. And if that happens, Port Charles might just see one of its most unexpected reconciliations. Final thoughts: how will Martin cope with the truth? As the truth about Cyrus Renault's actions sinks in, Martin Gray is heading down a path that will either lead to complete self-destruction or a powerful transformation. The questions remain: will Martin blame himself for Cyrus' crimes? Will his downward spiral cost him everything? And will Lucy Coe be the one to save him from himself? One thing is certain, the fallout from Cyrus' reign of terror isn't over yet. Next, we're diving into some exciting soap opera news. John Lindstrom, the beloved General Hospital star, has made a major career decision. He's taking his talents to a brand new show, Beyond the Gates, and fans are buzzing with excitement and curiosity. What does this mean for his future in Port Charles? And what can we expect from this fresh new drama? Let's break it all down. Fans are ready for something new. A fresh start with Beyond the Gates. Soap opera lovers know that there's something uniquely thrilling about a brand new show. While longtime series like General Hospital and The Young and the Restless hold a special place in fans' hearts, the prospect of fresh characters, new storylines, and untapped drama is always exciting. One fan put it perfectly, sharing, "I have Beyond the Gates set to record so I can watch GH first. Can't wait for your and Katie's characters to arrive since I only know 2 of the cast members. It's exciting to have a brand new soap to watch. Looking forward to getting to know these characters and the lives they lead." This sentiment is echoed by many viewers who see Beyond the Gates as a chance to immerse themselves in a fresh world of soap storytelling. With GH veteran John Lindstrom stepping into this new venture, expectations are sky high, and it looks like the show is already delivering. A warm welcome for John Lindstrom. Fans can't wait for his debut. John Lindstrom's fanbase has been with him for decades, from his early days in the soap world to his iconic role as Kevin Collins on General Hospital. Now, as he transitions into Beyond the Gates, his loyal supporters are ready to follow him every step of the way. One fan raved, "It was everything I expected and more. Looking forward to your debut on the series because I know you're going to deliver. I've been a fan of your work since the late 90s. Another viewer commented on the unique way the cast of Beyond the Gates is connecting with their audience. "Loved day one. So excited. Can't wait to see you come on the scene. Love that idea of the cast watching the first episode together. Truly amazing." This level of engagement between the cast and the fans is a refreshing approach, giving viewers a sense of community and involvement right from the beginning. But what does this new show mean for John's GH role? A major career shift, John Lindstrom's new soap opera adventure. John Lindstrom has long been a staple of daytime television, but it seems like he's ready for a new challenge. He's made it clear that his focus is now on Beyond the Gates, signaling a major career shift that could have long-term implications. On his X, formerly Twitter, account, John shared a personal and heartfelt message about the excitement surrounding his new project. "Today Beyond the Gates makes TV history. I am so proud and humbled to be a part of this extraordinary event and to be included as a cast member of this wonderful new show." This statement speaks volumes. Not only does it confirm his deep commitment to the show, but it also suggests that he sees Beyond the Gates as a groundbreaking moment in television. So what's next? Will he juggle both roles, or is this a farewell to General Hospital? Leaving Port Charles? What this means for General Hospital. As much as fans are excited about John Lindstrom's new role, there's an elephant in the room. What does this mean for his character, Kevin Collins, on General Hospital? For years, Kevin has been an integral part of GH, navigating love, mystery, and plenty of psychological twists and turns. If John is shifting his focus to Beyond the Gates, does that mean Kevin's time in Port Charles is coming to an end? So far, there's been no official announcement regarding John's future on GH. It's possible he could manage both roles, but given the demanding schedules of soap operas, it wouldn't be surprising if he chooses to fully transition to his new project. If that's the case, GH writers will have a tough decision to make. Do they write Kevin off, or do they recast him? One thing's for sure, if Kevin does leave, it'll leave a major void in Port Charles. A new chapter for John Lindstrom. Why Beyond the Gates could be a game changer. John Lindstrom isn't just stepping into another soap, he's becoming part of something bold and new. While General Hospital has an established legacy, Beyond the Gates has the freedom to innovate and introduce fresh, unexpected storytelling. Fans have already noticed that this show is taking risks, with a modern approach to soap opera drama that could attract new generations of viewers while still delivering the kind of emotional storytelling that longtime soap fans crave. Could Beyond the Gates become the next big daytime sensation? If the fan excitement and early buzz are any indications, it's certainly possible. Final thoughts, what's next for John Lindstrom? With John Lindstrom making a clear choice to focus on Beyond the Gates, fans of both General Hospital and his new series are eagerly watching to see what happens next. Will he continue to split his time between both shows, or is this the beginning of a permanent transition? And more importantly, how will Beyond the Gates evolve as John and the rest of the cast dive deeper into their characters? One thing is certain. This is an exciting new chapter for John Lindstrom, and we can't wait to see where this journey takes him. What do you guys think? Are you excited to see John in Beyond the Gates? And what do you think this means for Kevin Collins on General Hospital? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss. Until next time, stay tuned for more soap opera updates.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.